Hello, everyone, and welcome into another exciting evening of Hammerdown Racing here on the Hammerdown Racing YouTube channel. My name is Niner Dan. I am joined tonight, like every Friday night, with Mr. Canute. Sir, how are you tonight?
I am fresh off of a fantastic and yet disappointing run at Auto Club Speedway last night, but you know what? That's in the past. I kind of expected that sort of thing to happen. And you know what? Tonight's a completely different night. I'm looking forward to some fantastic racing. 3 wide, 4 wide, and maybe even 5 wide as we go around this 2-mile D-shaped oval.
Yeah, it is going to be something different. I was ecstatic to see your car last night. I thought that was fantastic, man. You started off fast. I'm not quite sure. I think you went on some weird. I'm gonna call it weird pit strategy.
No, there was no weird pit strategy about it. The first stage, after that contact with Trinity, just got sent into the wall nose first, had massive damage, had to stay out until the very edge of my fuel run.
Okay, that makes more sense. Because I looked at you and I was like, wait a minute, how does he only have 4 laps left of fuel right here with 6 laps to go in the race? What in the world? And then you hit pit road, and then everybody hit pit road except for Henson. I was like, this is some interesting pit strategy. So that tells me tonight we might see the same thing when it comes to gas mileage versus tire wear at the Auto Club Speedway, where we also talked about last night. It is bumpy from the white line to the wall. So
It is.
I mean, it's going to be an interesting night tonight. We have some fill-ins tonight. I'm excited to see Anxious Yeti behind the wheel of that number 3 Chevrolet. He had a decent run last night, got him a top 5. Come to find out, he was running his backup car in a backup setup, so wasn't even in his regular setup he was supposed to be in, and still performed amazingly last night. So hopefully tonight we're going to see some awesome stuff come out of these Cup guys.
Yeah, really quick, let's touch up on the starting lineup. Looks like HDRS Twoon will be starting shotgun on the field. Schlinken will not be starting this race. HDRS KSJ in the 21 machine will be starting in 18th, with Jared in the 17 machine now, starting in the 17th, filling in or taking over for Titanic Joe. I'm not sure which exactly. I think he is taking over that ride. Bless you, by the way.
I believe Titanic Joe is going to be racing. From what he was talking last night, he found the right sponsorship. He decided to come back. He's going to be back in the race. I believe he said last night in our stream that he is back in the 17 car because they found the right funding.
Well, that's very, very good to hear. I enjoy racing with Titanic. He's a great guy. And having him gone from this league would be a pretty big loss.
It would be like the Titanic sinking.
Exactly.
Oh, but Jared is going to be in the 17. We just got told by Yeti, so I guess I'm wrong. Last night he said he'd be here, but apparently something happened today.
All right. So DeReal will be starting in 16th, with Shady starting in 15th. Starting outside of row 7 was supposed to be Stag, but yeah, he's got the fill-in today for Anxious. And Jinx will be starting on the inside of row 7, so he's got some moving to do if he wants to finish well tonight here at Auto Club Speedway. Dark Knight will be starting 12th, with Frankensteinson starting in 11th. Starting 10th will be HDRS Hothead, with Dunlap starting in 9th. 8th will be Visceral Killer. Biker will be starting 7th. King Pile will be starting in 6th, with Binu Stu in the 24 machine starting 5th. Silence will be starting in the 4th spot, looking to make up some ground after my disappointing run at Bristol last week. With Icy Era looking to get some redemption after having some pretty strong runs over the past couple weeks, looking for the win in that 41 machine, starting from third. Death Before Dishonor, he's been really strong as of late. He starts in second in the number 48 machine. And on the pole, in the number 9 machine, will be Hollywood.
Now, I love how you say Death Before Dishonor as of late has been good. Can you tell me a time when Death Before Dishonor was not good? How is this as of late thing coming about? So I want you to notice in the top right corner of your screen, there is a new sign in the house. It says, please practice social distancing with the 22 car. I'm going to need y'all to keep your hands off of Jinx tonight. I need that 22 car to perform to the standards that the 22 car is supposed to perform to. So remember, keep 6 feet away from the 22 car at all times and move out of his way like a red carpet. Just open it up and let him go. That's what I want with the 22 car tonight.
Well, with all the bumps and undulations in this racetrack, that might be difficult to do, even though this track is 60 feet wide. But yeah, with Death, as you were asking me, with Death Before Dishonor running really well as of late, ever since I joined Hammerdown in Season 2, his strong point was, of course, the road courses. He showed flares here and there, but you could definitely count him as a top contender at the road courses. Season 3 last year, he got better. He had wins at various circuits. He won at a short track. He won at an oval. He won at a road course. The only win that he didn't get was super speedway like Talladega. But this year he's been really, really strong everywhere we've gone. And it's going to be hard not to pick him to win tonight.
And the last time we raced under the normal draft conditions, which we are back to, the winner was Death Before Dishonor at Atlanta. So we will look for him to get that win again tonight here at Auto Club. So as you said earlier, Schlenken is suspended tonight, not in the race. They have asked that he join us in the booth. So let me get an invite sent out to Schlenken, and we're going to have him join us in the booth tonight.
Just getting invites from the Cup Series guys.
Yeah, I just got a message from Jinx saying he's building the lobby, so as soon as they get going, we will join in.
Then I will go through some track facts here. Auto Club Speedway originally opened as California Speedway. This track is located in San Bernardino County, near the city of Fontana, which is approximately 47 miles outside of Los Angeles.
Hold on one second. Hey, Schlenken, you have a really bad echo coming from your mic. All right. A little bit, yes, sir. Welcome in. Oh, nope.
Yeah, the echo's still there.
Still big. There. All right, that's better right there.
Is this good?
It sounds like it's coming in and out. So.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway,
I got an idea.
The first race here at Auto Club Speedway was won.
I got it. Hold on, let me answer this one.
Go ahead.
Was it? Let me think. 97 was the first year. Rusty Wallace.
Nope.
Jeff Gordon.
Correct. The Rainbow Warrior took home the inaugural victory here at Auto Club Speedway back in '97. And the second race was won by...
Rusty Wallace.
Nope.
Mark
Same
Martin.
Manufacturer, though. Mark Martin won it in '98.
He won 7 races that year. That's the year he also won the inaugural race at Vegas.
That's right. But yeah, this track is located near the original locations of Ontario Motor Speedway. The track that was built very similar to Indianapolis Motor Speedway, as well as the former road course, now parking lot that is Riverside International Raceway.
Hey, Schlenken, will you mute yourself just for a minute, buddy? All right. So So, and I believe you posted a picture today that is very disturbing.
Yep.
Where they have finally started the demolition of Auto Club Speedway. They have started taking down the stands. So this whole short track on the West Coast is going to happen. So this will be the last time in a game, I believe, we're going to see Auto Club. This is going to be interesting because Auto Club, one of the best racetracks on this game. It's up there next to Homestead in my book. You get 5 wide racing. I mean, last night we saw you guys 4 and 5 wide many times in the race. We'll see it again tonight. And now they're going to take this 2-mile oval and turn it into a half-mile high-banked oval. It's going to be interesting to see what comes of Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California.
Well, I'm on the fence about how I feel about it. The surface hadn't been repaved since the track was built originally back in 1995 when they broke ground. And yeah, it was the oldest it is the oldest surface in the calendar. So this track had been due for a repave regardless. So when they set up the contract back in 2019, they decided to go right ahead after the pandemic began, basically. And now you're basically left with most of the tri-oval. What is now the pit lane will be the backstretch. And the cars will basically be using the garage area outside of the racetrack.
Wow.
So, drivers will be entering the racetrack from the backstretch with a gap in the wall, I would believe. But we haven't seen any official final renderings of what the track is going to look like once they are completed with the reconfiguration.
Now, Penske did a great job building this track back in the 90s. This was one of those Penske projects, and I thought they did a fantastic job replicating Michigan. And they had great racing here for years, and then it went up and down for a few years. Oh, man. Schlenken, buddy, this is going to drive me nuts tonight. It is a really bad echo. All right, so let me go ahead and get my stuff together here so I can get my stream going for who we're watching, who I'm following for laps. And have we started getting invites yet?
Yeah, we have started getting invites. Looks like I will be following Silence to stream.
All right, and I'm going to be following Dark Knight.
So, yeah, we're looking at a 400-mile race. Excuse me, now half of a 400-mile race, which will be 200 miles, 100 laps around this 2-mile speedway. At 3 times tire wear, I believe that a full fuel run, tire run, will be somewhere around 14, 15 laps. So not a bad combination for this racetrack. Chances for drivers to make adjustments all night long, and maybe some pit strategy as well, as we saw last night. Fuel strategy definitely came into play, so you better have your transmission set up proper to not only get you some speed, but be able to maintain that fuel and get you to stay out there as long as you possibly can. And make sure that you have the tires to last that long too.
Hey guys, is this better?
Yeah,
Seems
actually, it is.
Apparently
Fantastic.
I have my voice chat volume all the way up and my volume all the way up.
All right, so here we are. Welcome in Schlenken. Schlenken kind of stinks. You have to be here. You have to be here in the booth with us tonight after what happened last week at Bristol. But here you are. You're gonna sit out tonight, watch these guys race here at Auto Club, and make sure to throw us in your 2 cents every now and then where you feel it's needed. And what's your week been like? Not having to practice for Auto Club, and let's see, what have you been up to?
It's been really relaxing actually, because usually I'll have to get on and worry about all this stuff, but I ran a few practices with them. My car actually wasn't bad at all, but what does that really matter? I did help a few people, or I tried to at least, my teammates and stuff.
All right, all right. Well, that's good. I mean, that's what teammates are for. Absolutely, you want to jump in there and help them where you can. Even when you're not racing in the race, you can still definitely help them out in practice. So now we're just waiting. Looks like we're going to have a 9:45 start time tonight. 100-lap race, which is going to be so much better than last night. Last night, it would not end. It was 150 laps at Auto Club, and 150 laps at Auto Club is a long time.
You know, it's a really good thing that most drivers out there actually love racing this racetrack. Otherwise, that race would have been a lot longer.
Oh, yeah, no, and y'all did a great job, I thought. I really thought y'all had something for Henson last night, especially you there in the beginning of stages 1 and 2. You definitely were going towards the front or staying in the front. I mean, you led the first, 15 laps or so.
Yep.
Had quite a good car.
Admittedly, the tire and fuel strategy just didn't pan out for me. In stage 2, I really took myself out. I was just trying to drive too hard through 3 and 4. Got loose coming off of 4 and ran myself down pit road and did about 40 miles an hour faster than the speed limit. So, yeah, I had to make a pit stop, take some penalty, a 20-second penalty, and yeah, that basically ended my night because there was no cautions throughout all of stage 3. And, you know, the rest is basically history. I just used it as an opportunity to, you know, let's have some fun. And at the end of the race, I'll just throw 4 tires, put in a quarter tank of gas, and see what kind of fast lap I could turn. Speaking of fast laps, let's take a look and see what kind of laps these Cup drivers have been turning so far this week.
Yeah, it's you know, it is always funny to me though how a game where you're supposed to go as fast as you can, your race gets completely ruined by going too fast.
Yes.
And I do have some breaking news.
And what is that?
Coming from someone of the NASCAR Heat 5 developers, since there's not going to be a game this year, it has been leaked that there's most likely going to be a 2022 season update with next-gen cars and new drivers.
Yes, that you will have to pay for in NASCAR Heat 5, but it will be free in Ignition. And then that's
if there's a 2022 update, for NASCAR Heat 5, I might just pay for it.
I would pay for it in a heartbeat.
But yeah,
Icy's paying for it.
I would be driving that Ross Chastain one.
On the weekly leaderboard, looks like it's the only one from Hammerdown that's on the board would be Rye, otherwise known as Hothead or Hot Nuts. And on the daily leaderboard, he's also leading. Well, he's in second place, but leading as far as the Hammerdown boys are concerned. Dunlap is in 4th, King Pile in 5th, Biker in 6th, Frankensteinson in 8th, and Hollywood in 9th. Separated by less than 0.2 of a second, those guys are.
Nice.
So I look forward to seeing a lot of great racing tonight and a lot of passing, very similar to what we saw last night in the Xfinity Series.
Heck yeah.
For Hollywood.
Looking out for a good race tonight. And a good race tomorrow night when you join us right here at the same time, same great place for our Slider Truck League. And then with the conclusion of trucks tomorrow night, we're headed over to Watkins Glen with the Kill Switch boys.
Whew. That's gonna get interesting.
Yes, it is. Make sure you join Field Filler, Favre, and myself tomorrow night as they're going for What is it? Icy's going for 3 in a row, I believe, in the Kill Switch League tomorrow night at Watkins Glen.
My second place finish in a row.
My home track, my favorite track.
Same with mine.
It is one of mine as well.
Not the favorite track, but it is my home track.
So, did you guys know, little Auto Club trivia, the fastest lap turned at this racetrack ever on the 2-mile oval was turned by, actually, it was turned by a gentleman who passed away at this racetrack. Greg Moore, an IndyCar driver, he turned a fast lap of 30.7 seconds, which equivalent. Hang on a second. Let me do the quick math here. So 30.7 times 2 miles, which is the distance, divided by 3,600 seconds in an hour. Oh wait, no. I'm trying to get the average speed. So wait. Distance, which is 2 miles, divided by 30.7.
Yes, it was
seconds,
Yeti. I remember that wreck.
Times 3,600 seconds. Average speed of 234 miles an hour.
It's one of the worst wrecks ever.
Yeah. Between that and
Dan Weldon's wreck at Las Vegas.
Weldon, yeah.
Those were
those are two of my favorite tracks ever.
Two of the hardest wrecks. The Weldon wreck was one of the hardest wrecks I ever watched.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, that brought us to our down point of the evening, but let's get it back up. Let's go. Get her back up here.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. As they're tearing apart Auto Club today, we're going to tear it apart tonight here on the Hammerdown Racing Network with these Cup boys, and we are seconds away from...
flag.
Okay, Yeti, stop giving me bad things to look at. I want to be positive and upbeat. All right, join.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hello and welcome to the spectacle that is the Hammerdown Racing Cup Series here on Friday nights. Once again, we are at Auto Club Speedway, the 2-mile monster. Going for 100 laps, 200 miles, and looking forward to seeing some 3-wide, 4-wide, 5-wide action for the next,
They're coming to the green flag, Hollywood Death, 2 teammates starting it out. Followed by Icy and Silence, both another set of teammates.
And Hollywood on the inside, getting that preferred line tonight on the inside. Last night that preferred line on restarts was the outside, but tonight it looks like that inside is going to prevail. Hollywood getting the early jump. You've got Icy in that high groove.
300 teammates on the bottom.
Yeah, those Hendrick guys hooking up really quickly, trying to see if they can hang that Haas car out to dry, I should say. But looks like the 6 car of Silence going up to work with Icy as they come across the stripe for the end of lap 1.
Yep, Bastu all over the back of that 9 car.
Oh, he makes the move heading into turn 1 and 2.
24.
Hollywood up high.
That's gonna work with him.
And right here is the time where you need to get all the positions you can, because this race does seem to get spread out. So at the starts of these restarts, and at the start of the race, you want to get as many positions as you can. Hollywood seems to be getting a nice gap between him and second place.
Hollywood is one of the strongest intermediate track drivers in this series. Probably the top pick set to win as Icy looks to make the move down on the inside, heading through 1 and 2. He's got the space, he's got the nose room, but he's just not quite able to get there. And he's got Dallas pushing him.
Big wreck in the back.
88. It's around. Multiple car wreck.
Oh, the 3 car.
The 3 of Yetis involved.
And that is a caution.
Something we didn't see last night.
No, last night those boys went caution-free the entire evening.
Now, what I want to know is, are you going to pick me?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. You put 4 tires every time. Every time. Oldest
like,
surface on the game. Let me repeat that again in bold for the people in the back so they can hear. Oldest surface on the game. If your tires rolled down pit road to be put on your car, they have spent too much time on the asphalt.
Exactly. You merely move 2 feet. You're already screaming for tires here.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right.
It looks like
looks like Biker with the pit strategy is going to get the lead here.
I'm not so sure that strategy. Sometimes Biker has the issue of not being able to select his pit stop, and it just chooses to not allow him to pit. So I'm wondering if that might be the case here.
Whoa!
After this
41 of Icy sends it under the 9 car of Hollywood.
I was talking with Icy about it earlier, and he is hungry. He wants to get that win. He feels he needs
Dark is taking
to
it 3 wide. He backs out.
So Biker will lead coming off of 4. Hollywood looking to defend against the 41 machine of Icy. Geez, those 41 and 6 machines look so similar tonight.
Hollywood going back for the lead on the outside.
So Hollywood leads that lap on the outside. Biker holding his own, though, on that inside.
As you were saying during your broadcast last night, the high line can work up here. You just need to work together and make it, stick with it for a couple laps and get that momentum, and you'll be basically sailing around this racetrack. Hollywood now pulling out to 5, make that 4-car length lead now as the 41 and 6 machines are working together to try and catch up to the 9 as they enter turn 1. Icy taking a look inside, but not quite there to be able to make the room. 3 wide further back in the pack as we saw the 42 machine of Shady Acres going 3 wide there.
Oh! We got multiple cars around. Franken.
Yep, that's King Pile around the 88 once again. And it looks like Swoon involved there as well.
That will be a manual at the line.
No caution.
That should be a manual. 3 cars around.
And Hollywood leads him across the stripe.
That is manual.
And once again, manual cautions. Here is the format for those of you who do not know. Once the field gathers up after crossing the start-finish line, everyone will have the chance to make a pit stop, as we call it in NASCAR, a quickie yellow. Everyone can come into the pits, make a pit stop, take tires, take fuel, make adjustments, and then after everyone comes out of the pits, you basically get to choose your line, just like in the NASCAR Premier Series does nowadays here in 2022.
Alright, let's see who stays out.
Nobody.
I don't think anyone's going to stay out.
Fistral staying out. No. He changed his mind.
If you stay out, you are a fool, because if this goes green, you are going to be dropping like a rock in a pool of mercury.
But is it going to go green now?
So 20 laps remaining. They get about 14 laps of fuel here. So there will be one more pit stop. in Stage 1 here in the Cup Series at Auto Club.
And your race off pit road, Jinx is going to win it. Oh, never mind. Jinx got close to winning it. Hollywood maintains.
So Hollywood, your leader, remains your leader. Looks like Icy's going to be second. Jinx in that Auto Club Ford Mustang in the Auto Club 200 is going to come out third.
My pick to win tonight is Silence.
So here we are, these boys coming around for a green flag in the restart zone.
Zan wants that lead bad. The cars behind him stacked up.
All right, green flag's out.
Oh!
And Zan fighting hard on that outside, and that Icy in that 41 car.
He's gonna get it.
And you've got the 9 on the inside. The 9 in that. Ooh, Icy with the lead.
Hollywood's fighting back on the outside lane.
And you've got Stu was pushing the 6 car silenced, trying to get them up.
Like the 52 line.
And Jinx in that 22 car falling back on the outside. That 2-tire strategy not working to his favor right now. And Hollywood back in the lead with Icy in second and Death Before Dishonor running in third.
Here comes Icy with a move on the inside.
But Hollywood has his teammate Death right behind him, pushing him on that outside. And you've got the 6 car also on that outside.
What a push from that 48 machine to get Hollywood out front and get the Death Before Dishonor around the 41 machine of Icy. So now it's Hendrick versus Roush, just like it was back in the good old days in the late 90s and early 2000s.
Technically, it's Hendrick versus Stewart Haas, but yes, I do see where you're going with that.
Oh, Shady Acres got up into the wall. May or may not have been contact with the 14 machine of King Pyle.
Icy to the inside of the 48 with help from his teammate Silence. Not gonna get there. Naturally.
I've got some action a little bit further back here while the top 6 starts to work together to see if they can pull away from the rest of the field. Back here in 9th spot, Swoon has it, Visceral Killer, and a slew of others want it. got Dunlap back there as well as Hothead.
Icy to the inside again.
It looks like Visceral Killer will move up into the 9th spot.
Icy down below the 48 of death. Turn 3 and 4. Oh! Contact.
I don't know. I think Icy made the right move there, backing off to live to fight another day rather than create contact and potentially ruin someone's race, or at least at this point the stage is Silence making a move down on the inside, heading into 1 and 2.
He slows up Stu.
He's around Icy, coming off a 2, trying to see if he can maintain that run, but that charge on the outside with that draft. Silence can't quite hold the spot, as now the 8 machine trying to get the 4th spot.
Yes, we've got the 8 car of Dark Knight showing his muscle here early in stage 1.
Icy down below the inside
Icy
again for the lead.
with his teammate Silence
Debbie's
going on the bottom.
And
Hollywood
Silence,
sends it deep to keep it on the outside. I don't know if he can.
yeah, it looks like
He keeps it there.
That push is ever so important here at this racetrack. If you've got a partner to push you around, whoever might be in front of you, I think that's golden, and definitely want to stay in that top line. As now Dark Knight falling back into 4th, maybe losing 5th here to B-New Stu as they head into turn 1. 3 wide. And the 8 machine backs out of it. So, B-New Stu just lost it. Almost lost it. Coming off for turn 2. Man, that corner really drives you nuts sometimes with how easy it is to get loose off that corner.
So these front 5 starting to stretch it out. We're going to go back here farther in the field and see these guys battling it out for 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. You've got Biker, Yeti, Twoon, Hothead, and Visceral right here, all battling for 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. Excuse me, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. And then you've got back behind them, I believe that's King Pile, Jinx, Frankenstein Son, and I lost whoever else was back there. But right here, Twoon seems to be getting the best of this battle. Oh, Visceral down into the side of Yeti. And on my stream, it looks like the 9 of Hollywood is taking a pit stop.
Yeah, Hollywood had a pit stop as well as the 24 of B-New Stu.
All right, so
Silence got loose off of turn 2, was able to reel it back in, and he rejoined, still in 2nd spot behind Death Before Dishonor. And Silence and Icy making the pit stop, as well as the 8 of Dark Knight. Icy will beat his teammate on the pit road. The 3 car of Yeti in, as well as looks like Biker and Shady Acres making pit stops. All here with 5 laps to go in the stage.
all right, Death Before Dishonor hitting the pit stop line. He's going in this time. looks like we're going to ride along with Hollywood. That should be who circles out to the lead.
Dark Knight will beat that group off the pit road. And here comes the 9 of Hollywood and the 24 B-News too. And I think that we might have had a couple guys take 2 tires. Including the 48 of Death Before Dishonor. And Dark Knight in the 8. Oh no, excuse me. Icy and Dark Knight taking 2 tires.
Yeah, it looks that way. So Dark Knight's going to be your leader, I believe.
Toon exiting pit road now as well. Looks like he will assume the 3rd spot.
And yes, Dark Knight is your leader with 5 to go.
I believe that we are down to 3 laps to go now as Icy takes over the lead. Heading into turn 1 and 2. And here comes Dark Knight with the potential crossover. Nope, he's going to fall right back in line. Oh, nope, here he comes for the move down on the inside of the back straightaway. Dark Knight on the inside in the 8 machine. Icy Era on the outside in the 41. And Dark Knight will assume the lead here. And give me a second, I will let you know how many laps are left to go in this stage.
There are 3 from what I'm seeing.
Alright, so 3 to go. Icy Era taking another look down on the inside, heading into turn 3. He's got the run, but just can't quite get past the nose of the 8 as they make maybe some slight contact. But Dark Knight able to stick with it. He will beat Icy Era to the line. 2 laps to go in stage 1. They lean on each other, heading back into turn 1 and 2. Great side-by-side action from these leaders.
And they are banging, going into every corner and coming out of every corner. Icy in that preferred lane, but Dark Knight fighting hard on the outside.
He's making that Niner Dan lane work right now as the 8 machine beats him once again to the line. 1 more left in stage 1.
Oh, Dark into the side of Icy.
Oh, that was close. Dark Knight now forced to fall in behind the 41 machine of Icy. Can he make 1 more charge? He's got to run on the outside. Icy's giving him the lane.
Watch his momentum. He's gonna die down low. No, he sends it up top. Oh.
Dark knows the right lane to be in.
Icy's gonna get it.
It's gonna be close. Icy will get the stage win.
Hey, can you guys
Icy
hear me?
Era wins stage 1 over Dark Knight. And Silence will come home in the 3rd spot.
Everybody hear me all right the whole time?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, good.
So 2 tires can work with less than 10 laps to go in a stage.
So
Something to think about.
Icy first, Dark Knight second, Silence third. You've got Hollywood fourth, Binu fifth, Mr. Twoon 6th, Dunlap 7th, Yeti 8th, Visceral Killer 9th, and Hothead finishes in the 10th position.
good recovery for Visceral Killer. He was struggling throughout most of that first stage, able to get himself some stage points there. Floon able to take advantage of some pit strategy there and get himself up into the top 5.
Here we go. 2x2x2.
You've got Icy on the inside, Dark Knight on the outside. Icy's teammate, Silence, right behind him. And then a swarm of Hendrick boys. Icy and Silence able to team up, get out there in the lead, 1 and 2. They're bringing B Stu with them.
Stu looks down low.
Oh, wow.
Oh! He gets into the 41. That
Dark Knight able to take advantage of the
Dark
contact.
Knight into the side of the 24, pushes him up the track, opens up that lane for him. Dark Knight going to take the lead on the inside. No, Icy comes down in front of him, blocks Dark Knight's momentum.
3 wide. 3 wide, 2 rows deep.
Careful.
Back.
Oh, this isn't going to end good.
4 wide.
3 by 3 for 3rd through 8th spot. Oh, a little bit of contact. Jinx.
Oh!
We're in the middle there.
Jinx is around.
Is the
That's
22
one car.
around? Yes, he is.
That is 1 car.
Oh, that is rough. Trouble for your league owner. That's alright, there's still plenty of race to be had.
Y'all aren't following the social distancing guidelines in which were laid out before this race started. You are to stay 6 feet away from the 22 car at all times.
If I may,
lead.
he may have put himself in there.
Oh,
Anyway.
man. So here we
Back
are.
up
They're
front.
2 by 2 deep all the way through the top 10.
And
Dark Knight to the lead
Dark
right now,
is
but
really
here
wanting that
comes
lead.
Icy. Icy Arrow with a charge on the outside. Not quite able to beat Dark Knight to the line. You know, it's really unfortunate that we do not keep track of how many laps are led. I miss those days where if you're able to dominate a race, you get extra bonus points.
Yeah, I don't want to count that. I don't want that job. Pass that one. That's Canute's new job. He's going to be our lap count leader.
Yeah. Gonna be a little bit more difficult with pit stops around, but you know what? Maybe I'll feel up to the challenge at some point. It's Dark Knight getting a push from the 9 of Hollywood. Silence pushing the 41 of Icy Era. Icy will lead that time around. As they send it into turn 1 once again.
it
The 4
has
of
room.
Moon peeking in there, as well as the 88 falling in behind the 9 of Hollywood. And Biker in the 7.
Another car's round on the backstretch. Into the wall.
One of the things I was saying I love about last night, and I'll say it again tonight, is I love how sometimes when they come off this corner, they have that flying V. You've got 5 different lanes you can be in. You've got that center lane, which is the fastest lane around the track. And then you've got, hard hit in the wall for, is that Dunlap?
Biker
Someone's
upside
there
down.
as well.
Oh.
That'll be at least a manual caution.
Oh my God.
More contact.
I love that
That
into
looks
a
like
gear
an
center.
in-game caution now.
So,
That was a hard hit.
after a caution-free night last night, the Cup boys are roughing it up tonight. They all want to get the lead.
And this just makes you think, I know it's early into the season, but when it comes down to the season, how many spots are there going to be left with all this talent in the Cup Series? Because if you win, you're basically in. Unless there's over 12 different winners this season.
Yeah, it puts in the conversation of low draft versus normal draft again.
Anybody
mean,
has a chance.
You know, it brings up that conversation. We noticed last night with less people in the field, that conversation was mute. But tonight, I mean, we're on our third caution in stage and a half. So, I mean, you got to bring up that topic again, one more time. I mean, it was voted on not to have it. So, I see. Hold on a minute. Let me go to the pit road. Is there anybody on? Is there anybody on pit road? No. Okay. Well, I saw an empty space. I saw an empty space. So, we've been having a lot of ghost cars lately.
Whoa!
Oh!
More into the wall.
Swoon involved. The biker able to work his way back up the track. Oh man, that's a dangerous spot to be rejoining the track, entering turn 3 at this racetrack.
The 41 Icy surging ahead. Single file on the inside.
Here comes a guy that we haven't really talked about tonight, Shady Acres, making his way up into the top 5, falling in behind Icy and Silence.
Yeah, here comes that 42 car.
Oh, it's a
hard and hit by
24 takes up the 8.
The 8
multi-car
The
wreck.
8 got down into Shady, got up into the 24, and we have another caution.
Excuse me while I throw $1 in the swear jar for my wife there.
Well, you might need to throw a 5 in there for the thoughts in my head right now.
Well, hang on a second, I gotta dig in my other pocket here.
I thought I should be racing this. No.
So while we have a second, please feel free to like and subscribe to Hammerdown Racing here on YouTube. Make sure that you give us a like on Facebook as well. Follow us on Twitch, as well as TikTok.
I promise you follow us on Facebook. We are a light and funny group. We really are. Everyone has a lot of comedy in them. We do tell jokes and we do hee and ha. We don't always just have caution-filled races. This is rare. But here we are, starting again. We've got the Ford Brigade out front. We've got Ice.
Down into turn 4.
Who is that? Who is that leading on the outside?
Oh, that would be
Biker.
The 38 machine.
So Biker, okay, so you've got Biker on the outside with Hothead. On the inside, you have Icy and Silenced. And they're all being pushed by the 9 of Hollywood and the 48 of Death Before Dishonor.
Look at Hothead on the outside holding it.
Shady's starting to fall back once again towards the back. I'm not sure if he got out of shape coming off of turn 3 and 4 there. But one guy that's starting to make some moves up towards the front is that number 12 Menards machine of Visceral Killer. After his struggles last week at Bristol, good to see him having a solid run.
The 9 of Hollywood sets it down. He was about to get spun out on the apron. I saw him let off. 22's around, back in the pack. Once again.
Man, are you following that 22 car again on the stream?
I am not. I am following Hollywood.
Alrighty.
Speaking
I
of
I don't follow the 22. We know this.
Speaking of that playoff picture, we're 4 races in. There's already 3 different winners, so that makes you think what's it going to be like after this race, or once we get into the high digits, how many races we ran already.
Whoa, Hollywood driving deep, getting into his teammates. I didn't see what happened there.
He just dove it under, I'm pretty sure. Unless... 3 wide again.
But now Hollywood has paid the price, falling back to, I would say, right around 9th or 10th spot right now.
3 wide.
And maybe even further, as here comes B-News 2, and... Oh, more contact!
Oh, and Twoon and Pyle get into it, coming off of 2.
Pyle comes back up the track,
comes right back up in front of everybody. Pyle up in front of the field, takes out the back half of the field.
Multiple cars around again. That's going to be another caution. Well,
Y'all, I'll be
is
back in just a minute. I'm gonna run aside and grab me a beer for this.
Yeah, I need to eat something real quick. Hold up.
So, here is the top few drivers going on right now. We've got Icy Era currently leading with Silence running in the second spot. Looks like we've got Biker in third with Visceral Killer in fourth, and the 32 of Dunlap in the fifth spot. Good run for Dunlap. He was saying that he's been struggling all season long so far, and he said that he really needed a good run to help validate himself here in the Cup Series. As we get set to go back to green flag racing here, it's Dark Knight in the 8 with Silence in the 6 on the front row. Icy Era in third with the 38 machine of Biker in fourth. 4 Fords in the top 5, including, or excuse me, make that 5 Fords in the top 6. As we get back to full song here, heading off into turns 3 and 4. Silence trying to make a run on the outside on the 8 of Dark Knight. He'll make it stick. Biker trying to come along with him. Trying to get that second spot. He clears everyone, bringing Dunlap on the top side. Fighting side by side with Icy Era as we head back into turns 1 and 2. Visceral Killer, a little contact with the 88 machine.
And
no harm, no foul.
The 9 cars at this point is just really plowing his way.
Fords are showing their strength now as it looks like they take up the top 4, 5, 6 spots, with Hollywood being the first Chevrolet right behind King Pile and the 14 Smithfield machine.
And Hollywood keeps putting under everybody. He wants to get back to that front.
Hollywood does have a really fast machine as he makes his way around the 14 machine of Pile, bringing the 88 along with him. That's Hothead. And now King Pile trying to stay away from the clutches of Anxious Yeti and the 24 machine of B-News Stu. As we now have 2 separate racing groups here, maybe 3. Yeah, I'll call it 3 racing groups right now. The top 8 machines all running together. That's 3 out of the 4 Haas cars. We've also got the 38 of Biker and the 32 of Dunlap running up front here. Visceral Killer included.
The 12
as
car
well
sends
as
it down low.
41
moves to 30 out of the way.
Down on the inside of Biker. Well, Biker with that run on the top side will hang on to second. Here comes the 30. Is that the 32 machine up top, or is that Biker? Oh, no, that was Dunlap in front. And now Biker
Hollywood
making
sends
his
a
way
3
around
wide.
the outside of Visceral.
4 wide.
Wow! Easy, boys, easy.
Hollywood once
we need
again.
to settle down here.
Hollywood cutting the apron.
I mean, Hollywood is the defending winner of this race. But
Actually, I believe that would
like,
be. I thought that was Scoop.
All right, I'm back. Did I miss anything?
Oh yeah.
I mean, the hair is standing up on the back of your neck. That's pretty much it. As these guys have been racing hard, we've got the 6 of Silence still leading. Visceral Killer trying to get around the 32 of Dunlap. As Biker gets a little out of shape there. He'll fall back a few positions. Hollywood working his way up into the 4th spot, now trying to work underneath Dunlap for 3rd. And it looks like he will clear coming off of turn 4 in the draft wake of Silence in the 6 machine. And Twoon has crept his way up in here in the Jimmy John's number 4 machine. Visceral Killer forced up high after a little bit of contact. Oh, and there goes
hard
Trump.
into the wall.
The 88 of Hothead involved. The 2 involved as well. That's Frankensteinson. Tough break for that guy. Really, Penske as a whole has just been struggling this race, I feel like. You know, one guy that we haven't really been talking about tonight so far is the 17 of Jared, filling in for Titanic Joe. He's running fairly solidly, trying to keep his nose clean, and just overall trying to keep as clean a race as he possibly can.
Here we come to yet another restart.
Silence and Hollywood out in front, with Icy Era and Dunlap in row 2. As we now have 39 laps left to go in stage 2. Or no, sorry, we're in the last stage here.
Yeah, we should be. With these amounts of cautions, we should definitely be in the last stage by now.
42 Shady Acres. Goes down below the apron with the Ford car.
Silence able to hold off Hollywood for now. Here comes
Icy underneath the 9.
That 41 machine is hungrier than a hippo right now.
Yep.
Not hungry hippos.
Hungry hippos.
Oh my goodness! I used to play that on Saturday nights when I was a kid. Oh, that was a lot of fun.
But here comes that hungry hippo. Right now with a little push of the 88.
Oh,
no,
the 88's going with his teammate. But his other teammate looks like he's going to push the 41.
It's Hendrick versus Haas right now. And here comes Dunlap trying to spoil the fun of these guys. King Pilot sneaking his way in here as well. But it's Silence leading Hollywood, Icy Era, Hothead, and Death Before Dishonor, your top 5. So it looks like Dunlap gets up in the wall along with King Pile, allowing B-New Stu to work his way up into 7th spot. And that will also bring Anxious Yeti up into 6th. And here comes Visceral Killer. He's looking to make some moves here late in this race.
And Visceral on the inside has Yeti right behind him.
A little bit of
Hothead
there between
gets
Hothead
down
and
into Visceral just a little bit. Hollywood all by himself on that bottom line, trying to get by Icy, setting his sights on the 6 car of Silence.
Icy's actually making the move on the top side now, trying to get a whiff of the draft of the number 6 as Hollywood had to back out of it.
We didn't see much earlier in the race, but it looks like the 6 Silence has a really good car up front.
But it looked like Hollywood just lost a full head of steam there. Not entirely sure what happened there, but the 2 Haas drivers of Silence and Icy Era now out to a 5-car length lead as they come off of turn 2 and looking to expand upon that lead. But Hollywood and Hothead looking to not allow that to happen as they close in 3 and 4. Death Before Dishonor running in the 5th spot, with Anxious Yeti there in 6th with a very strong run filling in tonight for Stag. Hollywood trying to swoop his way into turns 1 and 2. I like the way that he drives that line. As Icy looking to maybe get around his teammates' balances. Here comes Hollywood heading into turn 3.
Oh! Oh,
Contact
can we get
made.
there?
Hollywood backs out of it, and here comes the Icy Arrow. Taking it 3 wide. Nope, nope. He's going to fall in behind his teammate. Silenced. With Hothead Rye working with Hollywood, all 400 cars down there on the inside working together. Great racing here in the final stage. 100 cars on the inside, the 2 Stuart Haas machines on the outside. Side by
We got
side,
2 cars down in the wall. You got Biker around.
And the caution is out.
I believe we've only had 1 green flag pit stop so far in this race.
And with Auto Club, that's saying something.
Yep, and there is, at least at the time of this caution, 33 laps to go. So that'll make it right around 30 to go when we take the restart. So maybe 1 more pit stop if we go green? What's the over-under on whether or not we go green?
Under whatever. It's not happening. My faith has been lost. Hollywood back out front.
Once again, Hendrick down on the inside. SHR on the outside. So it looks like Jared falling back to the field. Maybe his car's not running as well as he would like it to be. So he'll just let everyone
How many
by.
laps do we have left in this race?
30.
30. Oh, correction, make that 28.
Oh.
28 coming to the line.
So that is exactly 2 fuel runs, 14 and 14. If, and that is capital ifs, we go green the whole way.
Italicized, bolded, in 96-point font.
Yes. Last night's race ran well into 11:30, 11:45. Tonight's race is going to be done by 11. Might have time to make it out to your local short track after this.
I mean, to be fair, we are running 50 laps less.
We are. We are. This one's just flying by tonight.
Here comes Dark Knight down on the inside
Oh,
of Hollywood.
the 8 car. The 8 car bringing the 88 with them. Hothead going to the front with Dark Knight, and Death Before Dishonor pushing them on the bottom.
A little bit of contact there between teammates. Binu, Stu, and Hollywood.
100 cars all next to each other.
3 wide heading into turn 1. Binu, Stu drives it in there. He'll take over the 4th spot. And get a little push from Hollywood coming off the corner.
Oh, Hollywood up into the wall.
Oh.
Hollywood hits Icy down into the infield.
Icy comes back up the track.
In the wall.
And Icy comes right back up in front of traffic.
Jared
to bring out the caution.
Well, the 17 machine. Well, there's your under.
Is this kill switch or is this hammer down?
If you're gonna run someone's race, you might as well. Actually, we saw it with Pyle.
Well, see this, yeah. It's I don't know why they're shooting down to the inside and then coming right back up in front of traffic. They know exactly what's going to happen, and that's twice tonight that we've seen that happen. I
get if it's a Bristol, but I mean, I don't think your tires would be that locked up where you can
just fly I just don't see. I just don't see how that happens on accident. Yeah.
Always best to, in my opinion, back out of it. Lose the battle, but save your stuff to win the war, darn it.
Yeah, because, I mean, the last thing you want is a penalty for purposely bringing out the caution. Because, I mean, you lose a couple spots, you know, by getting loose. You lose a lot of points by getting those penalties, so.
You know, it's also hard to say whether or not someone might end up with a warning, at least, for aggressive driving tonight.
There might be a couple.
Incidental contact.
There might be a couple. These shooting back in front of traffic to get that caution. It's been a couple times we've seen that happen tonight. But you've got Dark Knight right back out front. His buddy in that 88 car. So you got the 8 and the 88 leading the field. That 6 car right there in third. I still say Silenced has the car to beat tonight.
Oh, and Shady is around in turn 3 and 4. All by himself on the apron. Not sure if he clipped the grass there, but yeah, Shady just lost it. With like no help from behind.
Silence sends under the 88. 88 clears.
So Death Before Dishonor there in 4th, pushing the 6 of Silence as he now makes a move on the backstretch with the help of Binu Stu. Hollywood throwing a block on the 12 of Visceral Killer.
4's around.
Wound.
4 is around
3
all
and
by
4.
himself. Wow. And these 2 out front are pulling away from the field. But it is normal draft, so not for long.
Hothead trying to push Dark Knight far enough ahead of these people behind them that they can just drive away and look off into that California sunset and battle it out between the 2 of them. As we're coming down less than 20 to go here in the Auto Club 200.
I'll give you a lap count as Silence crosses the line here on his screen.
And I think on the screen for that pit stop, if we have one, I think pretty much about everybody's going to take breaks on.
20 to go at the line. So within 20 laps left, definitely one more pit stop. Dark Knight leading. Hothead Rye running there in 2nd spot, bringing his teammate Death Before Dishonor along with him. Not quite willing to make the move heading into turn 3 is Hothead. And here comes Silence. No, that's yeah, that is Silence there in 4th spot.
It is, and you have Binu Stu in 5th with Visceral Killer up to 6th. Silence by himself making a move on the bottom, looking for 2nd place. He's got it.
Oh,
so Silence
fighting back on the outside. He got help from his teammate.
Yeah, he doesn't have any drafting help, but he's able to squeeze in front of the 88. Here comes Rye back down on the inside. Can Silence hang tough on the outside?
Silence drives it in on the outside, getting along that outside of Dark Knight, trying to get the lead, coming out of 4. Silence all by himself in that middle lane.
I don't think he got it at the line. I think that's Dark Knight getting that lap. So Silence having to lose a little bit momentum, yeah.
Look at this run. He's got no help
right on the inside, leading. Oh, the 9 car around. That's Hollywood on the backstretch. So probably one of the most dominant cars all night. Wrecks it on the backstretch coming off of turn 2. Still no caution.
And Jinx, I think Jinx might have pitted there, but he's coming out of the apron of turn 2.
Yeah, he's coming out of the pits, working his way off turn 2. Probably a good call with, well, there's 16 laps to go, so maybe he can make it. All a matter of time. As Dark Knight still leads. Silence running there in 2nd on the outside of Hothead.
I think
here
that's
comes
a manual.
Visceral Killer on the outside. Oh, no, there's a manual
at
caution.
the line. Unless that's the race end.
Nope, that's a manual. Because we still have 15 laps to go.
Well, Jinx didn't lose his lap and he just pitted, so
I don't know. When you make a pit stop, you lose. On a 4-tire pit stop, you lose at least a lap because it's 45 seconds down pit road.
He may have took rights though because he knew this was gonna happen.
Maybe,
No,
we'll see.
Jinx is a lap down. He's going to come around and get his lap back.
So Dark Knight, your leader, once again will lead him down pit road, perhaps for the final time.
Race off pit road.
Silence in second, with Hothead in third. Death Before Dishonor in fourth, as Visceral Killer gives the 48 machine a little bit of a love tap coming down the.
So does the 88
entrance.
with the 6.
Too Good chiming in. Silence for the win. I'm right there with you, buddy. This is Silence race right here. He has shown he is the dominant car tonight.
I did pick Silence, but if Dark comes out in the lead, then he's winning.
Yeah, I've kind of found it hard to believe you picked someone other than your teammate who has been dominating stage 3.
Oh, Rye comes. Oh, he almost came out in front of that 8 car.
So it'll be Dark Knight leading him off pit road. Hothead in second. Death! Whoa!
Yep, somebody spun out.
Maybe a little bit of a glitch there. I believe
And the
Death
brakes
Before
creaking
Dishonor
back
may
in.
have unghosted in front of the 6 machine of Silence with just so little space between them that they made contact there. But Silence looks like he'll be starting on the outside with Hothead and Death on the inside, following
gonna come up the
following
outside?
behind Dark Knight.
Visceral.
Visceral there in fourth, as you said.
Icy behind them.
Binu in seventh. Icy in sixth. Yep. And there's King Pile there in eighth.
Coming to the final green. Well, hopefully
We're
final green flag.
waiting on Jinx to rejoin the field here.
I think they're gonna go. Nope,
Nope,
they're going one more time.
not this time. One more time. So feel free to tune in tomorrow night as the Hammerdown Truck Series will be taking on Auto Club Speedway. 100 laps, I believe, for the truckers
So,
on sliders.
how many laps are we coming to right here?
Looks like we will get the restart with 13 laps to go.
Oh.
So there should not be a need for any pit stops at this point should we go green. And again,
If I'm
take the over under there.
Field, if I'm anybody in the field, I'm not worried about my tires at all.
I
'Cause you
think
can run
there's
a whole
going to
field
be
run with half of your tires left.
I think there's going to be one more caution, and it's going to fall with about 5 laps to go, and we'll end up with maybe a green-white checker, maybe a 3-lap shootout to decide
Coming
who's
to
going to end up
13 to
winning
go.
this race.
Side by side, 8
Dark
rows
Knight
deep.
leading, Silence in second. Hothead, Visceral Killer.
Chevy's got a great jump.
Green flag is back out.
Rye takes it down, but oh,
25 miles to go. Well, less than 25 miles to go. Silence having a tough time getting up to speed. Tough break for the 6
how
machine.
patient
One
is
of the
that
best
88?
cars
How
all
gonna
night.
be?
So
The 8
could
and
this
88,
be-
the 48 break away from the rest of the field.
Could this be Dark Knight's race to lose? Last year's Cup and Xfinity Series champion. Tailing it off into turns 1 and 2. Dark Knight leading a Hothead. Death Before Dishonor Icy there now up in the 4th spot with B-New Stu running in 5th in the 24 machine. With a night dominated by Fords, it's come down to 4 Chevys versus a single Ford Mustang.
And there's 11 laps
I
to
think you're worried
go.
about manufacturers at this point. I think you're just worried about the win.
Icy taking a look down on the inside of Death Before Dishonor. Looks like nothing doing here as he runs out of steam. He'll have to fall back in line. Maybe see if he can save his equipment and make a run for it. We get further on into this coming up to 10 lap shootout here.
Is it 10 laps to go right here?
It is.
10 to go.
Here comes B-New Stu with a run. He had to back out of it a little bit. Looks like he had second thoughts about making the move on the 41 machine of Icy Era. It's now 5-car breakaway with Dark Knight, Hothead, Death Before Dishonor, Icy Era, and B-New Stu running away from the rest of the field. Swoon leading the charge in group number 2 in 6th spot. He's got Dunlap back there. Biker there as well. Here comes Visceral Killer in the 9th spot. Whole slew of Fords in that second group.
There is, but it's this first group that's going to determine your winner tonight. You've got Dark Knight with Hothead all over the back of him. Hothead ready to make his move, but I think Death is telling him, be calm, be patient. We're going to wait to make this move right here at the end.
Well,
but what they do got to realize is that Icy's right in the mirror, so if they wait too long.
And the only one that is not in the same chat as everyone in that top 5 is Icy Era. All the Chevys together in one chat with all the Fords together in another chat. And that second group is starting to get single file.
Oh!
Here.
Icy puts the 48 of Death in the wall. He takes 3rd spot. That slides back to 5th, 4th.
So move the 41 machine up into 3rd. Will Death Before Dishonor try and maybe not say retaliate, but here he comes down on the inside.
He's coming back.
Not able to get alongside the number 41 machine, at least not this time. And remember, all this, any bit of racing between the front 5 guys allows the second group to close in even more as Biker gets loose off of turn 2.
Icy's taken down low.
Can he make it stick? Not this time. Coming around.
Oh.
Hothead able to close the door on Icy. We should have 6 to go, I believe.
That's what I... Hang on just a second. Correct, 6 to go.
Icy up into 2nd spot. Hothead falls back in between him and Death.
Icy was such a strong car. Can he pull off the upset over Dark Knight in that 8 machine who's been dominant all in this 3rd stage here? Chevy starting to hook up and get back around the 41 machine. Looks like Hothead is clear as well as Death Before Dishonor as they head into 1 and 2 contact.
Oh.
B-New Stu fortunately got into the rear quarter panel. That will allow Swoon and the rest of the Fords to close in.
Oh. There's a lot of cars.
And we have a whole new race coming around to 5 laps to go. Excuse me, makes that 4 to go at the line.
That's to the inside.
Dark Knight leading Rye, aka Hot Nuts. Well, he doesn't have the planner's car tonight, so you can't call him Hot Nuts.
He's just Hothead. He's just Hothead tonight.
Hothead trying to bide his time, maybe saving his equipment to make a last lap charge.
That's what I'm thinking.
I think that's what he's been doing. It looks like he can.
Swoon making the move on B-News 2 for the 5th spot.
But you got Silenced and Icy hooked up. You got Silenced and Icy back hooked up here in 4th and 5th. Oh, Icy gets squeezed up into the wall.
Death back to 5th. Silence back up into the 4th spot.
Teammates.
Will he pass his teammate? Or will he work with him and try and get the 41 machine a win and advance him into the playoffs? Or lock him into the playoffs, rather.
Back to the inside.
Coming to 3 to go.
Switch him up the track.
Do we have a little bit of a rivalry
there he goes.
Between Death and Icy Era? So now Rye taking a peek on the inside. Here comes Silence! Able to force his way down to the inside of the 48 machine, and oh, Death before dishonor.
Oh!
Almost taking out Icy. Icy is able to gather it back up.
There goes Rye.
He is Rye on the inside.
Silence.
2 to go.
Death before dishonor, pushing his teammate, not quite able to fall back in line with him, but Rye comes back up and picks up the draft with the 48 machine. And Dark Knight holding strong in that number 8 Richard Childress Racing Chevrolet Camaro. Contact between teammates.
I'm gonna want to go.
3 miles to go as we head into turn 3. Hothead making his move around the outside, bringing Death before dishonor. Coming up off of turn 4.
Nothing is gonna hold it.
Hothead on the outside of Dark Knight.
Side by side.
2 laps to go.
Oh,
Dark gets up into the side of Hothead.
That's the race.
Oh.
When did we miss a lap?
My stream was behind.
Did Rye get that?
No, it was Death. Death wins with Ryan second. Oh, sorry, Dark Knight. Sorry. Dark Knight wins with Ryan second. Death in third. Swoon in fourth. And Silence coming home in the 5th spot.
Wow.
So let me get some invites out here for the 3 Chevrolet drivers. Dark Knight, Death before dishonor, as well as
Got him.
Hothead. Oh, you got him. All right.
Well, Death before dishonor doesn't talk, so
by 11,000.
So then I guess maybe we get the 6th machine of Silence in here.
Sure.
All right. Let me send a message on the Cup group chat and
wow. I can't even imagine if we won another lap.
Man, that race just ended all of a sudden, but a good race to the finish there.
Dark
by these Cup Series
Rye
guys.
by 11,000.
All right. Let me see if I can get some fast laps really quick. See if they got themselves up on the leaderboard here. And Silence What a lap as he puts himself on top for the day and maybe even for the week. No, just for the day with a 38.540. And we have our winner, Dark Knight.
What's up, fellas?
Hey, buddy.
What a win, guy.
Congratulations on that. That was a good third stage for you.
Hey, I told my team I'm bringing the heat to the boys and that.
Well, there was a lot
in our
of
personal chat.
there was a lot of heat out there tonight, for sure. Good job on that. Great strategy. Great run in stage number 3, and you beat them by 11 thousandths of a second to the line.
Hey, I've got to give a shout out to Rye and Death there, because we was, Death can't talk, but he can hear us.
They're real patient.
I tried to keep those two in my draft, and like I told Rye, let's wait till the last lap and then we'll go at it, but let's try to pull away, keep these Chevys up front,
Yeah, you guys did a good job of that for sure.
He worked well with me, man. I couldn't have did it without Rye, but we shot for it then. I thought he was gonna get me though, man.
I was trying.
It looked like he was, and so
he was there, man. That's a photo finish, I believe.
Congratulations, that is 2 RCR cars in the playoffs locked in now. Fantastic to see.
Hang on a second, I gotta get silenced in here. In just a second. I gotta send him an invite.
Ryan, you were sitting really patient, and you had me got me worried a few times.
Hey,
I wasn't sure.
I almost went a lap early trying it. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, he about messed it up. But.
Well, I wasn't sure who that hothead guy was. We were used to seeing hot nuts out there, but it was a whole new car, whole new guy tonight. No hot nuts needed. Man,
we were talking about that before the race. We was giggling about it.
What a run for you. Were you I think you were in the Cincinnati car tonight?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was a hell of a run in that 88 car, man. Good job tonight. One lap. Look, we were 1 lap too short on the calling the race. We thought we still had 1 lap left, and you tried to make your move 1 lap too early. So I think we just need to go run 1 more lap and see what happens.
I can't even imagine.
They got back in line. He might not have finished as good as he would have. Me neither, you know what I mean? But,
oh, well,
right.
Great job by that Chevrolet group sticking up front. That was a little, I want to say the longest green flag run of the night was that last one right there at the end. So congratulations on that, fellas.
Right.
And then stage wasn't so pretty, man. I don't know what happened to my car, but when King Powell come up, he got me, man. My car just wasn't the same, and I fixed the damage. I just kept on fixing damage, even if it didn't need it. But it wasn't the same at second stage.
Oh yeah.
Right.
What's up, man?
I gotta give you credit for being so patient. I was worried because there'd be a car below you. I'm like, get down, and you barely get down, or you'd hold it up high, and then once you got to his bumper.
Art said, I had some damage in the early parts of the race, and I couldn't get my car to loosen back up to stick the bottom like it was.
You was one saying you was tight, wasn't you?
Yeah, I was getting tight in the middle of the corners. And I tried letting off and trying different braking points.
That's what mine felt like at second stage.
And I couldn't keep it to stick right there in the middle of 1 and 2. That was where
I couldn't even really hang in the draft, man. I fell plumb back.
And we also have
still a good night.
It was a great night for the Chevrolets, and finishing 4th, but the 3rd one with a microphone. We have the number 6 of Silence joining us. Silence, you had an up and down night tonight. Looked like the car to beat there for the first 2 stages. Not quite sure where it went wrong there in the 3rd stage, but good job coming back for a fourth place. And how was your night tonight in that 6 car?
It was good overall. Just made a bad adjustment on one of those last pit stops we had.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought Silence and the 12, even Visceral had a strong car as well, and them two were working together there. They had that outside, man. We could not get rid of them.
Once the 12 and the 6 found each other, they were pretty unstoppable on that outside. That was nice to see. It was very
fun race side by side with you, Silence.
it was very much a manufacturer battle tonight with the Fords versus the Chevys. The Chevys worked as though they were one team, RCR and Hendrick, and the Fords, you couldn't tell the difference between Stewart, Haas, and Penske. The way everybody was working so well together in those different manufacturers and different chats, it was nice to see. Lots of cautions though early in that race. Lots of loose cars is what it looked like. Lots of people not able to handle those bumps on the backstretch. But you three definitely were some of the shining stars tonight in this Cup race here at Auto Club. Sad to see this track going away. It puts on some hell of good racing here.
I think we had green flags first stage, and then the second stage was a bad one, and then the third stage was a good one.
Yeah, there was three cautions in stage one.
Was it?
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, nothing too bad, but nothing.
Stoned in this day.
Nothing wrong with that.
I ain't smoked a wee with Willie again, damn it.
Hey, that's okay. I got drunker and drunker the longer the race went on.
Hey, Ron.
Good job up there in the booth, guys, man. I love hearing y'all broadcast every week, man.
You might want to be grateful you didn't win because they might have taken the Auto Club out of this game because the 88 won.
Yeah, well, I mean, from the pictures that were posted today, they're starting to tear Auto Club down. So,
other than they tore Chicago after Bowman won.
This might be it. This might be it for us here at Auto Club.
You might should have ran that hot nuts car tonight. You might could have got that. He might have edged that up.
Oh,
yeah, you might would have.
That's right. He beat him by a nut.
Oh, that's funny shit.
I totally agree with that. I definitely got beat by a nut.
Look, if you ever, the calls I'm gonna make if you win a race here in that hot nuts car. Oh man, the things that are good. You know, when Mark Martin drove the Viagra car, that you never heard him say he hit the wall hard. Never heard him say that. So I'm gonna have to come up with some really good nut stuff for when you hit the finish line first in that nuts car. All right, guys, that's going to do it tonight for all of us crazy nuts here at Hammerdown. We've got one more night here at Auto Club. That's going to be tomorrow night with the truck sliders. And don't forget, as soon as we're done with our trucks tomorrow night, tune it over to Kill Switch, where we're going to be taking on the twists and turns of... where is it? Watkins Glen. Join me, Favre, and Field Filler in the booth tomorrow night for that. And then Sunday over on the FRR network, those boys are taking on Richmond. Congratulations to Dark Knight once again on a great race tonight, and we will see you guys tomorrow night.